Incident has already appeared in the previous episode. However,
Caitlin.
this video shows the situation in a completely different light, showing what really was the cause of the whole accident.
Oh no, I hope I don't.
Oh! That was a panic brake. Oh no! Oh man. Oh man, remember this video from the last stream? This was sent in to me on Instagram too, but look how crazy this is. So many different camera angles. Thank you, MotoStars, and thank you, Savage Grouch, for posting this.
Serious.
It happens. I would check my buddy. Check my buddy. He's limping, dude. He's limping. Go check him out. Nobody's checking him out. They're checking the bike. Okay. Nobody is checking. Let's see what. Look at him way over there. Look at him way over there. I'd be checking him. Nobody's over there with him. Everyone's looking at the bike, looking at my bike, getting off to the side. This guy's fine. You know, he's getting into safety. He's positioning himself for safety. But what about this guy? What about him? Check him out. That's my first concern. I don't even care if I didn't know the guy. That's my first concern. All right, let's go back to the beginning. It looked like a panic brake. It almost like he did an endo, right?
Showing what really was the cause of the whole accident.
Let me see if I can. I'm gonna slow it down really slow. It looks like he went up and over, and then the bike flipped to the side. You know, here's the silver lining on all of this. The bike hit everybody, not the motorcycle rider. So if this motorcycle rider hit everybody, like if this was his head right here, and then he hits all these people with his head, oh, it would have been a different story. So the impacts are a little different compared to the abrasions. Oh man, Peter K, you think he's high-siding it?
No, I hope I don't fall.
So yeah, if that was his head right here, oh, look how fast he was going. So this guy was, I believe, on this bike, and he got flipped back. So we have really bad mechanism here, really bad. So he's gonna have lower back pain, possibly hip pain. Yeah, so he got. Oh man, Jacob, welcome to the motorcycle giveaway, guys. See, look how he's limping. So left hip, left everything. He doesn't want to put a lot of weight on that left side. He's going to realize that it's going to be pretty painful on the left side. You got to take care of him, guys. You got to really double check and make sure everything's fine with him. He's probably going to need to go to the hospital, if anything, in urgent care.
Serious.
It happens. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go back a little bit. Let's go ahead and we kind of see what everything happens. So everyone's coming up to, let's go look at where we're at. Okay, we're at a stop sign. So we got a lot of people coming up to this stop sign. We have to stop. So we have multiple people, probably like, let's say 8 people stopped here, and then we have a bunch of people coming up to the stop sign. So what is it that we always talk about in group rides is that, you know, usually a newer rider or the people in the back want to catch up, right? So you're not riding your own ride. So take a look at this situation now. It's a great view, Savage Grouch, and then MotoStars, thank you for posting this. We have a great view of like basically nobody back there. And then all of a sudden we catch up super quick. Now, why do you think this person endoed or high-sided or crashed like that? What do you think happened? You have to start doing a little bit of investigative work on this one. So if everyone is stopped and the person endos over, what would cause an endo? What would cause something like a high side? So let's go with the high side. That would be a loss of traction on that rear tire, so they're starting to slide, but then gains traction, and then they flip over. That's a high side. So what would cause a person to low side first, going in a straight line, right? And then high side. What would cause that low side portion? Write it in the comments, everybody. Write it in the comments. I'm going to just go ahead and let you know. That low side probably coming up to that stop sign, probably slammed that rear brake, lost traction on that rear tire because they're starting to slip and slide. Maybe ABS isn't kicking in, and then they grabbed traction and flipped over. That could be a possibility if it was the high side. Now, if it was an endo, so what an endo is, you're riding. Let's go ahead and make me a little bit bigger. You're basically riding There you go. And this is the front tire. So you're riding and you put a ton of front brake pressure, ton of it. But here's the difference between a panic brake and dumping it. When he applied a lot of that brake pressure really fast and he's going fast, it actually grabbed traction. Maybe he's got great tires. It grabbed traction, and then we start to flip up and over and then go crazy flying. Okay, so either way, I have a feeling it is way too much brake pressure. Now, why are we applying way too much brake pressure coming up to a stop sign? What do we see, class? What do we see in all these videos when it comes to panic braking? What do we see all these videos when it comes to not paying attention? You know, we're in white staged. What do you guys think? Maybe weren't paying attention in the back, saw everybody stopping, slammed one of the brakes, maybe both, lost traction, or got too much traction. Either way, we crashed, and now we hit everybody else. That is my feeling, okay? That is my feeling of what happened. What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? We had Jacob and a few other people joined the motorcycle gear giveaway. Oof, you guys are amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's watch it one more time.
Different lights showing what really was the cause of the whole.
Everyone's slowing down fine, and then all of a sudden, way fast, crashed. Not on both tires. What do you think happened? Just lost traction. Thankfully, nobody was severely hurt that I know of. This guy looks like he's probably hurt. I want to know where the other guy landed. So real quick, the guy that crashed earlier, we're all stopped at a stop sign. He's in the middle of the intersection right now. Do you think he maybe went past the intersection into that, because it's a T intersection, do you think he went off into the berm on the other side? Imagine if there's cars going and he got hit. Oh, let's watch it one more time. Sorry, guys.
Cause of the whole accident.
Oh no, I hope I don't fall.
I think it was a panic brake. He probably went through the fence, right? Oh, I'd be checking him too. That's a high mechanism, right, Scarlett? Wow. Rumor has it he's still sliding to this day. So yeah, I check him.
Serious.
I check the other guy. You do a little bit of triage at this point. Oh, look. You guys see that? Look at that. Do you think he went through that? I don't see him. I definitely don't see the bike. Whoa. Thankfully, these people are stopped. Oh my gosh, look at that. So when it comes to this situation, I'd be checking on this one. Okay, he's walking wounded. He's a green stage though, so he's walking wounded. I would do a quick check on him, double check. Hey, you good? Okay, now I'm gonna go run to the other guy and check him. If he starts to stand up and walk, he's also walking wounded, but he has a higher mechanism of injury compared to that guy. So we basically have two confirmed patients. And then from there, I'd be checking everybody. Anybody hurt? Anybody feeling different? Anybody, anything. Okay, so I know for a fact I got two confirmed. You have to do some triage. If a lot of you guys in this group are trained, you probably don't have to triage. They'd be like, hey, Scarlett, can you take this guy over here? I'm gonna go ahead and go over there. I got my kit. You got your kit, Scarlett? Okay, good. We're gonna go ahead and go. You know what I mean? All right. This gets me amped. I want to I'm sorry that this all got me. Like I want to work. I want to work. Correct. Rider that caused the collision slid through the wooden gate and into a ditch. Shattered hip. Rider that got hit is good. I'm the one on the bike that fell over next to the rider that got hit. Are you the one that sent it to me, man? Because I remember one of you guys. Which one's you? We got somebody in the chat. Okay, that was actually here. Yes, you're on the R1 next to the rider that got hit. So you're this guy with the 4 exhausts? Is this you, Tay-Day? Sorry, I don't want to poke your butt. Is that you? He went through the fence. Okay, a shattered hip, guys. Scarlett, you know where we're going with this one. A shattered hip. That's a lot of blood flow. You have to remember your femoral arteries go through your hips, okay? That's a bad injury. You can bleed out easily. That's him? Yeah, exactly, Heavy Harris. I remember in my EMT book, it was like page 542 or 545 or something. Scarlett, do you remember any of you guys that are EMTs remember the shattered hip picture of the guy laying on his back and then his sack filled up with fluid? It was terrible, man. Click the link in the description to enter to win hundreds of dollars in Revzilla gift cards. We're doing this every single month. So if you don't win right now, you can possibly win next month. But if you sign up as a tier 1 to tier 4, you get my ebook for free too. Check it out. Link is in the description. Link is in the description. Click, click, click. Link in description. There you go. Green doesn't always mean go. Keep good head checks, good checks. Watch out for that truck. They might not want to stop. Whoa. Pay attention. Okay, so we got to kind of scroll back and see if it was a double turn or not. Because if it was a double turn, the biker kind of scooted into that outside lane. Just based off of the... Let me get my pen out. One of the rookies chew on my pen. Huh? You guys chewing on my pen? I got to get new pens now. Jeez. All right, so it looks like... Thank you. It looks like this right here is a single lane. I'm assuming on our end it's a single turn lane also. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. It maybe looks like this person is the one that's going to cause the issues. Glenn, did you chew it? Jeez. So we're turning. And he recognizes, yeah, okay, the Lexus is starting to get in. So good 360 situation awareness on this one. But here's the thing. Don't worry about it. You need to look forward. Right now, you're going into the path of travel of this Lexus. Just because they took that lane, just because they went to, doesn't mean that we need to, cut them off and get into that. So get into that first available lane to your left. So look how far we went. What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to cut them off and to let them know? Or are we not paying attention? Why aren't we going in this lane or this lane? Why didn't we do that? Why didn't we go into these lanes? That would have been a better position for safety, okay? We located that hazard that was coming up behind us. Let's go ahead and adapt to that. What are we doing switching all the way over to this lane to cut this person off? We're going to get hit. We're going to collide, okay? I get it. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that. But let's put ourselves in safety. You just cut them off. All right? That's my concern. That's my concern, is your safety, not what other people are doing. All right, you back from the bathroom? Good. I'm sorry. Get one of the rookies to clean it. Okay, no audio.
Often in group riding, a moment of inattention of one biker can involve others.
So who's the one that's inattention? Oh, behind you. Oh, yeah, park right now into a good spot and then check on your buddy. Yeah, park in a safe area. Pull up on the sidewalk. It's okay, pull up on the sidewalk. Probably the biggest damage will be to his rear fender in the blue. Yeah, they're trying to bend it back.
Just like that. Good day.
Yeah.
Complete bike. Shit, then. It's a wrap.
It's damaged. You just don't want it to be rubbing on that rear tire because then it can obviously rip up that rear tire. So here's one of the things I wanted you guys to notice. If you're going to have a modular helmet, put it down when riding. Okay, put it down when riding. There's absolutely no reason to have it up unless you're riding, you get a little claustrophobic because it's down, so you put it up real quick and you kind of get that fresh air, maybe get some of that sweat moving off your face. Put it back down. That chin bar is not going to do you any good in a crash if it's up. Okay, really, 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 really wear it down, okay? So we're going to get it up to here. Now, it's that whole inattentional thing, okay? The guy back here is white stage when we get to it. Put your visor down.
In group riding, a moment of inattention of one biker can involve others.
Yes, and that's usually the inattention of biker, inattention of a driver, inattention of a bicyclist, inattention. Inattentional blindness, not paying attention, white staged, everybody. White staged, you're zoned out. Hey, little squirrel, don't be zoned out. That's the biggest thing here. So he's going around this person, okay? He's right behind this person. Do you think this person over here in the back right there is riding his own ride? Probably not. He's just following what this person's doing. Now, if this person applies the brakes and they're not paying attention, Boom, they hit them. So you have to look ahead of who you're following. You have to basically you need to look at your line, your own line. Do not follow somebody, because if they apply the brakes, you're reacting off of them. You want to let me rephrase that. You want to react off of what you see, not what they're doing. That's the biggest problem here. So there's that impact. Thankfully, he didn't, slam the brakes or get pushed out into traffic. If there was, cross traffic, that could have been dangerous. So he dropped the bike, not a big deal. But if that was at high speed, man, that visor, guys, put it down. Put it down. All right, so watch out. Okay, we're catching up pretty quick. Nice editing. That wasn't really a crash. All right, I just want to point out, we're not going to spend a lot of time on that one. That was kind of dumb. All right, so we're going to be riding up here. This is a good space cushion. We're good right now, so I don't think we need to be too concerned about the space cushion here. Now, this person is still making that judgment. They're still trying to see which lane they want to be in, so don't get super close. So I don't know why they blurred it out, maybe because of the speedo, but they could have done a little bit better and blurred out just not the speedo, but the license plate. They could have done a little better on that. But the thing is, this person came back in. I don't know why they did this edit. What we could do right now, since you notice that they came back in, is apply some good progressive brake pressure. It's not that hard to do. You reach for that front brake and you start squeezing. But the main thing is, why are we rushing to get in before this person made a choice? That's one of the big issues there. That wasn't a crash. That was just a little tippity tap, 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 tippity tap. That's not a big deal. Moving on.
This is one of those unexpected situations when high speed and obstructed vision leave.
See the sun? The sun's in our eyes when we go around this blind corner. We can't see anything. Boom, now we see it. Not much you could have done.
Okay.
That truck driver should have been going slower. Ooh. First one got hit. Check my buddy. We'll go ahead and talk about mechanism of injury real quick. All right, so we're going to be riding here. He's got multiple mounts right here. He's probably got GPS and everything going. So just take a quick look. You don't have much room. So we got tire tracks here, tire tracks there. So it's pretty much a one-lane road. So you have to remember what your escape routes are, space cushions. So around these blind turns, you don't want to go super fast, okay?
One of those unexpected situations when high speed and obstructed vision.
You see how the sun just keeps going pop, 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 pop through the tree line? That can really mess up your eyes, okay? Your eyes are dilating when it gets into the shade. It's constricting when it gets a little bit bright. It keeps doing this, keeps doing this, keeps doing this. You start having issues. So this is a blind turn. I don't think it's going to be the same one because there's a little cut right there. So now we have that light in our eyes. You see how you can't see anything? Now, we typically talk about on-road, mainly the street stuff. We don't really talk too much about having gravel road adventure riding. Now, for you that ride on adventure fire roads and you do these kinds of things, dual sport stuff, you're going to realize you can't stop on a dime. You don't get a lot of traction. You start sliding a little bit. You also don't want to use a lot of that front brake because you will lose that traction. So you got to be really careful with this. And now the problem is, like I said, you don't have a great escape path to left or right. You can't see much right here. You don't even know where this guy's coming. So that's the bad problem. That's one of the very big hazards that comes in one of these things. And then boom. So he kind of sees it. He starts to do that little fishtailing. That's the best he can do. You see how much room there is? Guys, there's nothing this guy could have done. There's nothing this motorcycle rider could have done. This guy was coming in a little too hot. This guy should have been paying attention too. Thankfully, he's not severely hurt. So that frontal impact, you're going to either go down and under. So you're going to hit your genitalia and start sliding that gas tank and then get really hurt. Or you're going to start going up and over. So you're going to hit your hips and maybe mid-femur and hit the handlebars, possibly get some injuries there. So there's not much to protect right there. So the big scary thing here is how you're going to get your friend out of this situation if they have broken legs. So be very careful with stuff like that. You really have to be careful. Some of the things that we can definitely take away from this is definitely going to be that sun in our eyes. So if this was a paved road and we're in the canyons doing our stuff, just realize that your visibility is going to get messed up. Remember to ride within the conditions that are present, not just your skills, okay, guys? You got to be real careful. I mean, look at that. You can't even see anything. Thankfully, his buddy is there to check. This is why you also want to have a trauma kit. There's not much you can do when it comes to internal injuries with a trauma kit or even out here. The only thing you can really do is stop some external bleeding. It's a crappy situation. It's a crappy situation. That's why we wear as much gear as we possibly can. Thank you so much for Cardo for sponsoring this channel. Make sure you click the link in the description. It'll automatically apply a discount. It's an amazing product. Check them out. Links in the description. See them.